Hello, my name is Chris Williams from the HUM 1020 Intro to Humanities course, and I'm going to jump right into my presentation to spare some time. Alright, cool, let's go. For my final project, I have decided to remake a painting created by the artist named Salam Muhammad. He is a 22, or was at least a 22-year-old Muslim who, quote, was born into a world of controversy, a world of deception, and temptation to become other than myself, unquote. This painting is titled Liberated Thoughts. In the center sits a beautiful African-American woman with a pile of newspaper stacked on her head. The woman in the painting seems to me to have a simultaneous look of contemplation and sorrow, but in the midst of the stack lies a newspaper with Joshua 1:9 as a headline. This is a scripture that reads from the Bible. This is a scripture that says, quote, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Unquote. I think this scripture, because of the other newspapers on her head, had everything to do with like the ongoing human rights and like the racial injustice movements with slogans and stuff, like such as Black Lives Matter, which is actually right here on her forehead, and like don't shoot, protest. So needless to say, I found this artwork very powerful and decided to try and recreate or create my own work. To me, these are the social angles that I found in the painting and attempted to capture in my clay model. I think the piece represented body and mind, race and religion, definitely. I chose this painting because of my faith and race. I am a Baptist African American woman, really, living in the United States of America. And today, with the issues in the world I live in, it's very important for me to remain calm spiritually and mentally. And so when I look at this painting, I reflect on the sorrow and the despair I receive from the media and the news in relation to the Black community. Then I remember the scripture provided in the painting and know what I'm supposed to feel in my body and mind. And also because it's a very beautiful piece. So it kind of calms me to see it. Number one, because it's so beautiful, and then what it actually means to me. And so that's why I decided to try. I've decided to transform the artwork into a clay model. This means that I attempted to recreate liberated thoughts with the use of clay, acrylic paint, modeling tools, and paintbrushes. And so, here is my attempt in making the clay model. Here's me making the head. We don't have to watch it all. I'm just showing little snippets. And here's me shaping her neck and her head. Wow. Wow. Okay. So I was singing very loud while doing this presentation. I apologize. And so I got her. I made a little base, I guess you could say, and this is her neck sitting here, and I put her head on it. Here's me adding her lips and her nose. I'm embarrassing. I apologize. And you can't really see everything. My light was a little off, but those are her lips I put on, and her nose is right above it, of course. And then here is me adding the papers to her head. I also added a little piece of clay to the back of her neck because it wouldn't stay up. Yeah. Don't judge me, please. So And so, after I finished making the clay model, this is kind of like what her head looked like. Don't judge me. I don't know how to do clay models. And so that was basically the outcome of it. And so here is me attempting to paint the clay model. Okay, so that's how it looked. And then I started painting, her face first, because that was obviously the easiest place to start as far as making sure I didn't mess up everything. I just started with her face. Also, I just drew, not drew, I took some pictures of the process. This is me just doing the base of her face. I added her eyebrows, her lashes, and her mouth. Well, her lipstick, I'm sorry. And this is me after I drew in like Joshua 1:9 and the Black Lives Matter. I couldn't get that much on the newspapers because my model is so tiny with the clay that I actually got for it. And then I think, yeah, this is me finishing the top of the newspapers. The quality of the camera is actually very bad, so I'm just gonna let you believe that that's what I'm doing. And so when all is said and done, this is the product of my project. Please don't laugh. It's not what I expected to come out. I actually thought I was gonna be like a masterpiece. Like, I thought it was gonna be a masterpiece. But, my imagination is very wild. So I had quite the time making this model, actually. I got very frustrated and, I smiled at myself a couple of times. I'm a perfectionist, and the fact that this didn't come out the way I wanted it to didn't really bother me, so that was a good thing. I found that as being a success for myself, I knew I wasn't going to be a mastermind, even though I figured I would be. I was very impressed with myself for figuring out how to make sense of creating the project, for starters. I think the nose and the mouth came out relatively okay, because I got very frustrated with making it, and then her head is off, and whatever. Considering I had problems figuring out which piece of the model I wanted to focus on, I think it was pretty good. Like I said, I went back and forth from, wanting to do her head first and wanted to do the newspapers first, making her nose and that kind of thing. I couldn't keep her head up for a while because I underestimated the weight of her head. And so that's why I added the little piece on the back. That was a problem for me because I was getting very agitated at that point. And the paint job didn't turn out really as I expected at all. But there's just a lot of things wrong, and so I'm not going to waste this presentation talking about them all. But overall, I learned that this is not a skill for me. I commend people who effortlessly, or that makes it seem effortlessly, to make these different forms of art, from cinematography to sculptors to dancers. I find them all very talented and very unique, because I think I'm just going to stick to music for a while and singing. It's quite a lot of work and time I put into this piece, so I do congratulate those who did this project with me. And I do congratulate everyone who is basically that this is their profession, doing arts. And so with that being said, this is my final project. I'm sorry it ran really, really long, but thank you for paying attention, and good luck with the rest of your finals, everyone. Bye.